What's up, you guys? It's your girl Jackie here, and welcome back to my channel. If this is your first time tuning into my channel, thank you so much for stopping by. Make sure you subscribe and make sure you tap that notification bell so you will be notified each and every time I upload content, and you will not miss anything that I have going on. So without further ado, let's just get right into this look. Okay guys, so I'm going to try to do a talk through. You may hear some noise in the background, but please excuse it. I wanted to do a really pretty like green look, maybe like an emerald green, something like that. I'm going to start off by using I think I'm just going to go in with my Milani concealer that I normally use for my brows. I'm just going to use down my eyelid. I'm just going to apply this all over my lid. This is like my favorite concealer. I've been using this since it has come out and I love it. It's very affordable and it doesn't move, you know, like other concealers. They move and they crease and things like that, and I really don't ever have a problem when I use the Milani. Alright, so now that my base is done, so now I'm going to go into the Jackie Eyeliner palette and I'm going to pick up edges, and I love like a really pretty transition shade, so I'm going to go into edges and we're going to use that as our transition. I'm not going to take this look up too high. I don't want it to be too dramatic, but like a pretty dramatic. Catch my drift. And I always keep my shape round. It's just what I like. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and do the other side. So how many of you are like super excited that the fall is finally here and like we have fall weather? So I'm in Georgia, and like the first week of fall, it was like 97, 98 degrees. It was ridiculous. So now, you know, it's gotten really cool. In the mornings, it's like 45, which is winter, which is so odd. But then, you know, it warms up to about 65, maybe 70 with a slight breeze, and it feels so good. Like, it's just amazing. I'm so glad the fall is here. Like the summer, I was over it. It was super hot this summer. So yeah, it's time to bring out the sweaters if you haven't already. The Uggs. I'm an early Ugg boot wearer. So like the slight breeze, I have my Uggs on. They're comfortable. That's just what I like. So now that I got my transition done, it looks pretty decent. I feel like I always gravitate toward these colors though. Even when I like try to trick myself and say, oh no, I'm gonna do a whole different look, and I always tend to go to the same colors. Alright, so now that my transition's done, I'm gonna create a deeper crease because I want my look to be, you know, a little dramatic. I was like a little bit drama, nothing too much. So I'm gonna go into Credit. You know, Credit is that pretty chocolate brown, and I'm gonna place that in my crease. And I just want Credit to come just above my fold so that way you'll see it. Because if I put it below the fold, it will hide. So just slightly above. Then I'm going to go back in with that first brush that I was using and just kind of blend this out a little bit between the Credit and edges. Just soften it up. I feel like I see a line right there, like showing up on the camera, on the monitor, but I don't see it in the mirror. So just above the crease, I'm just going to place it as a guide, and then I'm going to just work it around. think I may even add a little bit of black to this, just to make it like really dramatic. Even though I said I didn't want to make it dramatic. But you guys know whenever you do your makeup, like you go and you sit down and you start your makeup and you have like this whole idea of how you want it to look, and then as you're doing it, that idea starts to change and you start thinking about different ways to do it. And it's like, oh, I think it may look better this way or maybe better that way. I know you guys do that, so I'm not the only one. But I try to stick to the plan. It's just hard sometimes, you know? And the brush that I'm using to place this color in my crease is my Japanese 725 brush. This brush is very similar to the Morphe's M506. Alright, I'm just going to go back in with that brush from the first shade and just soften that out. Alright, so this is looking pretty decent. Now I'm going to go into my green. So I'm going to use the green out of the Warrior 3 palette. I don't know. Hopefully this comes out the way I want it. So this is the green right here. It's really, really pretty. It comes off kind of bright, but we're going to tone this down a little bit.
To tone down the green, I used my Color Icon multi-stick in Nocturnal Black. I just applied a little bit of that to my eyelid and then placed the green on top of that, and that's what toned that green down.
Okay, so I'm going to go into Credit. I'm just going to add a little more on the edges, and I'm going to bring it toward the front just to make it look identical to the other eye as much as I can. Every time I dip my brush into the colors, after I place it on my eye, I then wipe it off because I'm mixing two different colors and I don't want to continue doing that because then the look starts to become muddy. So I do wipe my brush off. I have a towel down here. I wipe it off at each time after I blend it on my eyes. And I'm working in one area at a time. I don't want to like do the whole eye because then, like I said, all the colors are going to start running together and it's just not going to look neat. So I'm not really sure what I want to do with my outer V. I may add some black, but for right now I'm just going to leave it. I am going to add a little bit more green though, just so that it'll pop like the other eye. Do a second layer. So it looks pretty much the same to me, so I'm just going to go ahead and move on. I think I am going to add a little bit of black to the outer V. Going into my Morphe 35V palette, and I'm going to pick up the black. It's called Little Black Book. This is like the most pigmented black that I've ever used. So I probably don't even use this palette for the other colors in here. Like, the palette is gorgeous, and I've used it maybe 3 to 4 times, but I've used it numerous times for the black. So I'm going to take that same Japanese brush. I'm going to clean it off, and I'm going to go into Little Black Book just a little bit. You don't need a lot. And you want to dust it off just to be careful. And I'm just going to dab a little bit of that black to the corner. You see how a little goes a long way? Okay, so I'm going to take that first brush, the first brush that I was using. Okay, so that gave it a little bit of drama, not too much. I'm just going to do the same thing to the other eye. And you can always add more if you want it a little more dramatic. I just like to start with a little and then work my way in because it's hard to fix it when you put too much, especially black. See, I don't understand what's happening right here. See, I'm missing some, so I'm going to go in with a smaller brush just to cover that area because it looks like a gap. I'm using a pencil brush now, and I just really had to get into there like that. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and use the same brush and just do the same thing to the other side. And then I'm gonna blend it out with the Japanese brush. Oops, no, I'm not. I'm gonna blend it out with the brush that still has credit on it, just to soften it up. I'm gonna go ahead and put my lashes on. So the lashes that I'm gonna be using are by Bella Galore & Company, and these are the lashes that I used in my last video, and they are called Monroe. And I love these lashes like a lot. They look so gorgeous on, and if you want to purchase them, you can just click the link down in the description box and make sure you use my code and you can get some money off, so you can enjoy them as well. So basically what I'm doing is I'm shaping my lashes. Like, I don't just put my lashes on, I like to shape them and just kind of like do something like this, just because it's easier for me to put it on my lid. It fits like perfectly on my lid. So I'm gonna go ahead and put these lashes on, and then I'll be right back. Okay, so we gotta moisturize this face because my face is so dry. It's so dry. So I'm moisturizing with my Pond's. And I love to moisturize my face with this at night. So I'm going to use my e.l.f. Primer Putty, Poreless Putty Primer. I haven't really used this too much. I think I use it like twice. And to be honest with you, I can't really say how I like it. I really don't know. So today, with this application, we're going to see. I don't know why it's making me greasy. Do you guys see that? Like, I feel like I'm shining. And this is scaring me because I feel like it's going to mess up my entire look. Oh boy. So let's see. I'm going to apply a little bit of my Milk Hydro Grip Primer. Just a little bit around my areas that I don't want to move. And that's right here. This is my problem area. I just applied a little bit of that Hydro Grip on top of it. I'm going to color correct with my Ruby Kisses color corrector in the shade Peach. I'm just going to blend it out with this Beauty Blender. Okay, so now that has kind of dried a little bit around my mouth, the Hydro Grip, I am going to color correct it on my mouth. Okay, so for foundation, I'm going to be using my NARS foundation as well as my Maybelline Superstay 24-Hour Foundation. I'm just going to mix those two. And I really like the finish that I get when I mix these two. So I'm going to go ahead and spray my face. So I'm going to go in with the butt part of the blender and just pounce it on my foundation just to make it look more like skin. Okay, so now I'm gonna highlight under my eyes, and I'm going to go in first with my Milani concealer, if I have any more. Just gonna apply a little bit. Okay, so I am gonna go in with my Born This Way concealer. Beautiful bronze to do my contour by Black Opal. Then I'm just going to take a clean brush and dab it onto the stick and apply the contour to my nose, because I can really see past the stick sometimes, like I can't see what I'm doing. So to avoid that, I'm just going to go in with this brush. Now that I let the concealer under my eyes dry a little bit, I'm going to go ahead and blend it out. And when I blend out one, I'm going to set that side and then blend out the other side and set that side. So let me just go ahead and set these areas because I always forget. I'm just going to set them and then move on to the other eye. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and just start blending this side out. Alright, so now I'm just going to go ahead and set my contour, and I'm going to be using my MAC Mineralized Skin Finish in the shade Dark Deepest. And I'm bringing it a little bit higher, almost like a blush. So I'm going to go ahead and set my nose, and I'm just going to pinch that same brush. And now I'm going to open it. So now I'm going to go ahead and set my entire face, as well as tone down any contour that may be a little bit too harsh. And I'm going to be using my Maybelline Fit Me pressed powder in the shade 340, which is coffee. So I want to put on some blush. I want to put something really pretty. I'm going to be using Mellow Wine. Mellow Wine is one of my favorites from Wet n Wild. Oh, I got an itch. Don't you guys hate when your face itches as you're doing makeup? Itch. Woo! So I'm gonna apply the Wet n Wild multi-stick under my eyes. Okay, so now that I have my black down, I'm gonna go back into that green out of the Warrior 3 palette, and I'm just going to smudge the black out with the green. But before I smudge it, you wanna make sure when you're picking up the product, knock it off a little bit just so that you don't have any fallout. You don't wanna mess up your look. And then you're just gonna pat it. It's a little too bright, so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna do the other eye, and then I'm gonna go in with the black eyeshadow and just make it a little bit darker. Now I'm going in with the black. I'm gonna smudge credit right underneath. Okay, so I'm trying to figure out if I want to do highlighter or not. Like, I'm leaning more toward the highlighter than not. So, I'm going to be using my Maybelline Master Chrome in Molten Gold. And I think I'm going to go ahead and spray my face. And we're going to take my favorite Japanese brush that I use for my highlight. We're going to dip it in here, shade it off, and we are going to go light. So when I line my lips with Cold Brew by NYX, it's the NYX Suede Lip Liner. I'm going to be using the Bella Galore Liquid Matte Dreams lipstick in the shade Praline. Okay, so I'm going to spray my face one more time just to set everything. And I'm trying to see if I want to leave this matte. My lip, what do you think? Or should I add some gloss? I think I'm going to add just a little bit of gloss. So I'm just going to go in with my Ruby Kisses Jellies lip gloss. Cute. So this is the completed look, guys. I hope you enjoyed this video. Make sure you give it a big thumbs up. I sincerely appreciate and love each and every one of you guys. I am at 1,500 subscribers finally, and we are growing, J-Fam. So I just love you guys so much. And until next time, bye guys.